So this is a video that I'm recording right now, and aside the first few minutes, which I'll be chopping away, I am going to be uploading it instantly. Yep, on YouTube, because I feel like in most cases, I have wanted to do this and to also share my thoughts. Record and share my thoughts, document and share my thoughts with the world or possibly with myself in the future. But I find myself in a situation where I either forget and something takes my attention, or I try to info perfection by recording it and then trying to edit it, make it come out good, make it come out nice, and all that. And before you know it, I tend to lose energy or interest or lose concentration or focus, and something that just takes my attention, and poof, it just lies there. It doesn't, like, I don't end up sharing it and all that. Yep. So hopefully this is one of many that I wouldn't edit. I wouldn't cut or chop. I wouldn't do any of that. I'll just go with the flow, and then yeah, you know, I may make mistakes along the way, and then it just also speaks a lot about human imperfection, and then yeah, maybe sometime in the future I may start, or I may resume putting some effort into editing and making them better. But it just goes to show you, the natural process all these things take. So that aside, what will I be talking about? Honestly, I don't know. I have tools that I can make use of to give me topics, interesting topics to talk about and share. But just like what I explained earlier, sometimes I use those tools and they come up with interesting topics, but then following them up, by recording the videos and sharing is just another thing, which, brings us to the fact that of what point it is, or of what point is it, pardon me, we are generating those topics, and not even making use of them, So right now, I just, as I think about it, I just share it. I just record and put it out there. If you find it interesting, well, nice. Thank you. And if you don't, well, nice. you know, but that's just about it. So, because also, like, rewinding back a bit towards the end of last year, one of my resolutions was to, for each day of the week, for the next 365, 366 days, however, I would be, making content on specific topics, topics that range from human development, productivity, blah, 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 things like that. But honestly, in the last month, it wasn't successful. I never made one video. Maybe I did one, I can't remember, but I never made any per se. So for now, I'm ditching that because I think it has to do with, I mean, these things, they have to do with, one, consistency. I'm big on consistency this year. No matter what I'll be engaging in, no matter how big or how small it is, I am striving to be much more consistent with what I have planned to do. And because I think that's my biggest challenge, consistency alongside discipline, the discipline to carry on with what I've said I want to do and do it no matter what. And then consistency comes where doing it no matter what and doing it over and over again, on the fixed schedule or time I have allocated for that activity. So yes, that is it. And so right now, in order to build that consistency, I'm just thinking about the moment I think about an idea, I just go ahead and record it, irrespective of how long it is. Mm, for 5 minutes, for 3 minutes, for 2 minutes, for whatever, because I think the habit of getting into that action of you think about the idea, set up your phone, record immediately after recording, post it, right? Post it and get feedback. There are times, or there are chances where I may use words I'm not supposed to use, inappropriate words. I beg to be pardoned on that. And this is because I don't want to lose that consistency and that spirit of spontaneity that comes along with having that thought and springing into action. Because the moment I know myself over time, that the moment I hesitate, the moment I want to fix this and fix that, the moment I start thinking whatever, I have that chance of getting distracted by doing something else, which is, by the way, also very important, and then not coming back, no, not returning back to finish what I had started. So, in that regard, want to, I just think about the idea, or yes, think about the idea, set up my phone record and share instantly, and that's about that. Why am I also doing this? Yeah, like I mentioned, I don't want to keep my thoughts to myself. I want to try as much as possible to share them to as much audience as possible so they could learn a thing or two. And then I could also get, feedback that I can also learn from, and that's way we are in it's a constant loop of getting better, helping each other to get better. That is one. Another is I want to improve on my public speaking. Yep. I want to improve on my public speaking. I want to improve on my grammar, my English. Yeah, English is my first language, but I still need to get better at it because I feel personally that I'm not there yet. So this is the opportunity. Yeah, I want to get better at sharing my thoughts concisely. Um, I want to be get better at being able to articulate and share my thoughts in a way that it's clear, because I find there are certain situations where I try to explain something to someone, but either I end up or I get caught up in the I just get caught up in trying to over explain because I feel maybe I'm not explaining it as well as I'm supposed to, and I try to over explain, and it seems like it ends up complicating the whole explanation. And you know like Ghana boy will say, or like this popular Nigerian balance that says you go explain that, I just keep on explaining and explaining, and at some point I get there and I'm like, do you actually understand what I'm saying? So I believe this would be an avenue for me to just, in simple terms, in simple words, in few words also, just try to explain and make it simple enough for anyone listening to actually understand. And also, I want to get better at storytelling because I feel I love stories. I love listening to stories, and I wish I can get better at telling stories. So yeah, and telling stories, I feel like if I have events that have happened in my life and I think perhaps something I have done wrong, I'm able to bring myself to account by telling, the story of that day, what happened, and, learning from it, or reading a particular book and it's about something, and, telling a story about it, or telling it like a story rather. I think that would also help me, and also help you, help those that would listen or that would view it. Any other thing? Any other thing? I don't know yet, but I think that as time goes on, I will share other things I think this activity of mine would help me get better at, and or has helped me so far. I hope it will continue. This is the 2nd of February, yeah. So tomorrow I will be doing the same thing. I don't know what time or whenever, but I already have a schedule so of my daily activities each week. So I am going to find one of the free slots where I don't have anything doing and just do the same thing. Hopefully before then I may have come across a particular topic that I want to share with everyone. Yeah. So on that note, I think pray for me. Share your thoughts with me in the comment section, and then let me know what you think. Yes, just let me know what you think. Thank you.